What's up, Kelsea Ballerini?
What's up, my friends? It's been a minute.
It has been. What was it, 2021, I think was the last time we hung out?
Gosh, that hurts my feelings.
Seriously? Has it been that long?
I think so.
I didn't think it was, but then we were talking off the air.
Yeah.
And that was the last time you kind of made the rounds?
Yeah, I had like a new, fresh single from an album.
I think I know why, though. Why it feels like, because we see you at all like the award shows and those kind of things.
Yeah.
So
we've lost a lot. We lost 100 pounds a piece, and then we gained it back. So
you look amazing,
yes.
both of you.
You missed a whole lot of weight loss in there.
A whole journey.
Hey, do you get free makeup from CoverGirl? Do they send you free stuff?
They do.
They do.
That's
do.
awesome.
You just like, hey, I want this, this, and this, and they just send it?
Yeah, but I also still go buy it.
Why? They send it to you for free. That's silly.
Well, you know.
Because you don't.
You know what's really fun, actually, is whenever I get like goodie bags, like from CoverGirl, and my friends come over, it's always like Christmas. I'm like, okay, what colors do you want?
Oh my God, that's
like,
fun.
And
they're always like, hey, did you get your HelloFresh order in? That's what we get.
It's a good kickoff to a girl's night.
wait.
And that's a good kickoff to a date night.
That's
so,
right.
Win-win.
So I'm going to add to the CoverGirl thing. Did you know about the Ballerini blend?
Okay.
No.
Well, I
you
have
talking to me, or-
Starbucks
I'm
right
talking
now.
to you.
I'm in breach of contract as
Okay.
I'm literally sitting here.
Okay,
But
move that.
you know the donut shop coffee, Keurig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I partnered with them and I made my own blend, and it's like vanilla and like a little pastry, and it's called.
So you have your
Ballerini
own
blend.
cake cup kind of deal? What?
It's really yummy.
Did they take you in and like? Did you really like do it? Like
I did.
The whole like.
Well, we did a shoot for it in Charleston a couple months ago, and they had like these little tiny cups, like almost like shot glasses lined up, and it was A, B, C, and D, and
Like
it was like
Demi-Tasse?
different, yeah, like different variations of the coffee, and so they didn't tell me the ratio or anything. They're just like, okay, because I said I was like I love,
Right.
you vanilla
vanilla.
and that kind of stuff.
and so yeah, I was like, general consensus.
And you
was-
picked one and
B.
said, this is it?
yeah,
And it sold out.
yeah, but I don't have any.
Wait,
you
no,
don't-
wait. You formulated it. You picked it. They put your name on it, and you never got any?
I never got any, but I'll find some. Which is
there
why
needs to be
which is
another
why I'm
run.
in breach of contract.
There
drinking
needs
this
to
right
be
now.
another run of Ballerini blend, and you got to put it on your merch store and that kind of thing.
I
because,
will.
Because
Ballerini
I think
blend
that
is
would be
great.
huge.
I love that you think that's cool. I thought it was cool too.
It
I think
is.
it's super
kind of like
cool.
people like we talked to Tim one time. He was talking about his cologne.
Yeah.
And how that they select like the little, they give you like little swatches of this is sandalwood, and then you mix it up, and then they create a thing.
It's very creative.
I also heard a rumor. Tell us if you know this is true.
Okay, let's gossip.
Keith Urban, does he have his own scent?
Like
Did
his
he
own
have that
blend?
made?
I'm not sure, but everyone knows that he's like the best smelling person. Like when he walks in a room,
Yes,
it
yes.
like it follows him.
Yes.
I've heard, this is not from the source, but I've heard that he like mixes a bunch
Right.
of different stuff, so
that's
no
what we
one
heard.
smells like him.
Does he mix it, or is it mixed for him, and he has a bottle of one thing?
Well, that's a him question. I don't know.
I don't want to ask him. That's weird.
That's not a weird. That's a great question.
Eh.
Hey,
I'll ask
dude,
him.
you smell
I'll ask
good.
him.
I'll
Can you
ask him.
text him real quick? This
Yeah,
guy.
I
Hey, stupid question.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a minute. Random question for you.
the guys wanted to know.
Yeah.
Well,
at like 10 a.m. He's
This
like,
is
"You
why
okay?"
we had you back, so we could get to all the hard,
the hard hitting questions.
And some music as well. All right,
Yes.
Kelsey's with us. We'll take a break, come back, and talk more new music and all that on the way. Hang on. Kelsea Ballerini in the studio with us. Get a new one out called Cowboys Cry Too.
Yeah.
So
With,
tell us
uh,
about Noah.
with Noah.
We don't know him very well.
He's lovely.
Lovely.
He's lovely. I mean, you guys know Stick Season, obviously.
Yeah.
Love him all, it's the season of Sticks.
Yeah.
That whole record's just, it's stupid good. And I'm such a fan. And so Grammy week, we got to do a Billboard event together. And you guys know me. I'm like, I fangirl. Like I'm such a fan before I'm an artist. And so I ran up and I was like, I'm so happy to meet you. I'm such a fan. And he was like, he's a couple years younger than me. And he was like, how long ago did you put out Peter Pan? And I was like, oh my God, like he knows my
like
music.
he knew, yeah.
And I was like, I think it's been like 8 years. And he was like, I remember hearing that song at a bar and being like, God, like what, I wish I would have written that hook. And I was like, so flattered.
By the way, it's a great song.
Thank
Yes.
you.
It's so
Can you believe
good.
it's 8 years old? That makes me
No.
No.
You know, real quick,
crazy.
we'll get back to it. The video of that is wild.
Yeah, that was fun.
But always bothers me is that we know he's not a pilot because they never show him flying the airplane.
Yeah, we probably could have done a better job of doing some movie magic
it's
on
fine.
that.
I was thinking, I'm like, he's not really a pilot. Anyway, so he's love bombing you. You're like all about it.
Yeah, and so I had this song, and I thought it was a really interesting perspective for a woman to kind of sing about toxic masculinity, but I really thought it could be more powerful to have both sides of that story. And just from his songwriting, I knew that he was really emotionally vulnerable and available to go there. And so, I sent him the song. I just texted it over. I was like, hey, and at this point, I didn't know if it was a single. I didn't know what. I just felt like he could really add some beauty and some perspective.
You're fishing.
I was fishing. I went fishing.
Yeah.
And he was like, just give me an open verse and give me a couple weeks. He was on the road, and we got together in the studio before ACM, so before we performed together. And I'll never forget it. He was just like, I wrote down some thoughts, and just will you play it in the room, and just let me know what you think. And he sang word for word his verse, and I was just floored, and just so grateful that he went there, like he really, it's a verse that makes you listen. And it's so beautiful. And I'm so,
I can't believe
happy.
though how it all fell together. It's like those TikTok things where they leave the little verse for you, and they're like, here's a thing, throw a bar in and see what happens.
Yeah. And sometimes it doesn't work,
Right.
sometimes the song isn't right, or the timing for two artists or whatever. And there was so much just artistic synergy, and then we performed together ACMs, and we're buddies. So it's awesome.
That is awesome. It's called Cowboys Cry Too. Kelsey and Noah Kahan.
That's right.
Noah. Wow. Listen to that Knoxville come out.
That's
right.
My eyes become eye when I'm tired, drunk, or pissed.
I say eel. I say if it's after go up at HILL, I say heel. I say heel and Vince Gill.
Let me ask you this. What do you call the fruit that you have in the summer? It has seeds and
Watermelon.
It's pink. Say it.
Watermelon.
How do you say it?
Watermelon.
Okay.
What do you say? Watermelon.
No, I say watermelon, but my mom says watermelon, and I guess
she's a water. Now there is a water, a whole. Yep, that's a thing.
A lot of
water
my
is a
family.
thing.
I think when I was little, I used to say watermelon.
Watermelon?
Yeah, like water.
Bubba says ambulance.
What?
I have changed that, dude. I'm a Cajun kid.
He also says battery.
I have a lot of
Battery.
words that are a little mixed up.
Battery.
Oh, not like a British and cool.
Can I play the
Battery.
song?
No, he's like, you gonna be in your battery.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
playing the song. Cowboys Cry Too. More with Kelsea Ballerini. Hang on.
Kelsea Ballerini, Cowboys Cry Too, along with Noah Kahan. Boy, y'all sound great.
Thank you.
It's a good thing, man. I
Thank
like
you.
this. I like this. So what happens? Is this going to be more with him, you think, or no?
Oh, I think probably just the song, but whatever life we can give it, I hope we get to perform it. And
I think it's fun. I like how you.
Well, it's not fun. It's heavy.
Well, yeah, I know,
it's
but I'm
emotional.
It's fun to see how like you're putting lines out there like with different artists. Like, hey, I got this idea.
Yeah.
You probably think of things at 2:00 in the morning, and you're like, I wonder if, and you just send it out there.
Yeah, you never
And
know.
You never know.
You got to ask.
Right. What's the worst, right?
Dare to suck.
That's right. That's right. All right, more with Kelsea Ballerini in the studio on the way. Coming up. Hang on. Kelsea Ballerini in the studio with us. We've got touring. How are you doing all this stuff with music, new music, getting on the road, doing the voice stuff that's coming up?
Yeah. It's a lot. It's interesting. I haven't been touring this year, which I'm so conditioned and used to doing that all year, every year, and kind of cramming everything in between. But somehow it's like the busiest I've ever been.
I was going to say, do you kind of feel like there's like this like switch flipped? Do you kind of feel that with you?
Like next level?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird for me to say, but
I'll say it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the last few years, especially with the Rolling Up the Welcome Mat project that I put out, it definitely broadened my career in a way, and that's been really wonderful. But that wasn't a record that I promoted or that I brought to you guys or anything like that. So this is the first song since, and making this record, I had never felt so terrified to follow up a project in my life, especially because I didn't make that project to be promoted, and then it worked like it did, and so. Making this next record, I was like, I don't know where to start with this. And it took me a minute to get my sea legs, but I do feel like Cowboys Cry Too is the perfect entryway
Yeah.
into being like, hey, I scratched a new level of vulnerability on that record, and I'm going to continue that just in a different narrative now.
So when you have, like, I know it's hard to take, you're busy and all that kind of stuff. Are you writing a whole lot too still?
Nonstop.
Do you write every day?
I don't write every day. I don't, and I've made this record really differently where I made it, I made the whole thing with 4 people. And so we kind of did it like Think Tank, where we did 3 different trips in very different places to kind of see what would inspire it.
3 different trips, meaning 3 different, like, hey, we're on the beach, we're in the cabin. Okay, I get
Yeah,
you.
yeah, exactly. And so it was very much so like 5 days at a time, just get together, talk life, and write about it. So I don't know when this airs, but I just finished the record the last 2 days in the studio.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's like, wow, did you see the sigh? That was like, yeah.
It's terrifying, like
I know.
when the songs are written, that's one thing, but like when the musicians are done playing and the last downbeat happens, you're like, okay.
Do you ever have a thing you're like, just one more thing though? No, no, how about just 2 more things?
I'm a Virgo. Yes, I'll still do like a Hail Mary, right? I'll change lyrics and everyone will be so over me by the time it's done.
So, okay, have you ever changed something from the way you laid it down on the album to the way you perform it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I'm saying like a whole line or something.
Yeah.
Like added. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fun. And it becomes like a thing with fans too, like if they start kind of making a bit out of a song and
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. And that's cool for them to be like, hey, we did that.
Yeah. I mean,
because you pay attention.
Yeah. And I want it to be fun for everyone. Like there's a song on the last record called Blindsided, and I did it on SNL, and on stage I riffed an outro. During sound check, I just made it up, and it became such a bit. Now at the live shows, it's like the loudest part of the whole show. It's just this bit that doesn't exist anywhere except for
where they're saying it back.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the Garth Brooks third verse.
Yeah, but I'm not that cool, but yeah.
It is, but still, it's that whole it's taking that kind of life.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fun. Well, the new one is called Cowboys Cry Too. Kelsea Ballerini, you'll check her out on The Voice coming up, next year?
Next year,
that
yeah.
happens next year in 25.
I start filming
Be on the lookout
July.
for Ballerini Blend.
The coffee. Get some CoverGirl.
Yeah, get some Panera. What is it? Who else you do? Pantene?
Pantene, yeah.
I said Panera.
But Panera, call me. I'm available. Your chicken and wild rice soup is my favorite.
She'll do, hey, whatever. She'll hawk whatever you got. She'll do it. Dude, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you guys,
Let's
too.
not make it 4 years.
Yeah, no, that's insane. It won't happen again.
Kelsea Ballerini, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Well, because over the years, teenage kids have told you to like and subscribe, we don't have to say that anymore.
You know what to do.